that's already been asked. But um, does this mean that we won't have to use bots anymore to give out roles in our Discord, like we use with Matrica? Is this now like more of like a direct API connection instead of having to deal with the bots that give out roles?
Yeah, so there's two parts of this answer. Part one is yes, for now, unfortunately, we still need to use bots. That said, the bots are much more embedded into the Discord experience, and UI wise, it's much more natively enabled and handled. So it should be a much easier in terms of utilization from an existing bot perspective, both on you as the server admin and also on the Grapes and Matricas of the world. Um, but I think with Discord hopefully expanding their API to support additional functionality, that's where you start to go toward the world of not necessarily needing a custom bot for each server, and it becoming much more streamlined. So that's kind of why it's a two-part answer. Yes, today you'll still need a bot, but it's a much better UI and experience, and then hopefully in the future we'll start to diminish the need for those bots.
Cool. And you may have already answered this, so sorry if I'm repeating it, but can you talk about what the future of like Matrica and MetaHelix would be with this new addition?
Yeah, so for us, our goal with this is really to create a proof of concept that folks like Grape and Matrica can take and run with. They're really the experts in this space, and like I mentioned in the beginning, since you missed it, this really is hopefully the first step in bringing many more Web3 actions into Discord. Whether it's folks purchasing an NFT through Discord, voting on governance actions, making payments. Um, and so we really want Grape and Matrica and anyone else in the community to be able to take these APIs to run with them to build interesting and unique experiences on top of them. Hopefully to monetize those as well. And so for us with this one, it was much more about creating a proof of concept to show what's possible to then let the community go and flourish with it.
Cool, great. Well, thanks for all that info.
Yep, awesome. We have one more person requesting, and if there's no other further questions, we'll wrap. But I sincerely appreciate the time and the insight into Solana and also all the Discord info. But we're going to pass it to JP. What's going on, JP? He might be in the connecting metaverse for like another 2 seconds.
My mic was off.
Oh,
Hear me okay?
yes, you're good now. Go ahead, JP.
Yeah, hey you guys, hey Iman. So when you say that the community can do more, does that mean that ultimately are we going to be able to sign transactions directly from Discord? What's going to be necessary? Because to me, this is similar to what we have today, right? The previous person was asking the question, how does this compare to Matrica and MetaHelix and those guys? But in order to be able to buy and do all those things, wouldn't we need to be able to sign transactions within Discord?
100%, yeah. So what I was saying at the beginning is that's the hope of where Discord takes this API, is to allow for some of those more native Web3 actions and transaction signing within Discord. For them, with this initial launch, the focus was on trust and safety. So bringing verification and authentication to the forefront of Discord. So from a token gating perspective, yes, functionality wise, servers could do token gating before they can continue to do token gating. But I think there's a few major differences here from a trust and safety perspective. So one is the fact that now users can actually go ahead, authenticate their wallets, and have their wallet metadata appear next to their username. So you can know, hey, am I dealing with someone who's been around Solana for 2 years, or am I dealing with someone whose account was created yesterday? Am I dealing with someone who has a funded wallet, or am I dealing with someone who basically has dust in their wallet? Am I dealing with someone who has a verified role as defined by this server? Or am I dealing with someone who just happens to be DMing me at this moment, pretending to be someone else? So from a spam and scam perspective, the hope is that this goes a long way into helping Discord reduce some of those issues. The second piece is token gating, and purely from a one-to-one, did token gating exist and will it continue to exist? The answer is yes, and Grape and Matrica and other folks have been doing an amazing job enabling that. That being said, I think this both UI wise makes token gating a much more native experience within Discord, and makes it much more easy for both servers and for users to engage in that token gating to get verified roles around whether or not they have a certain NFT in their collection. And we're working with Grape and Matrica to help roll this out across their servers. And then the final piece is all the net new Web3 actions that can be potentially enabled in the future. And this is where we'd love to see Discord continue to expand their offering, for us to work with them and work with the community to show the adoption of this, show why the Web3 narrative is important for them to think about, and as a result, kind of open up all of those amazing experiences in the future.
Gotcha. So for the first one, right, when you say you can see the information about that user, is that going to be specific to the server, the Discord server? That's the only way for me to see it? Or
So
when I
that
click on any user?
Yeah, that information exists in any server that has these bots installed in it. And so, for
Okay.
instance, let's say 5
Yep.
different servers have the Solana bot installed in it. You'll be able to see that information across any user who's sort of authenticated the experience with Solana.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
hope is that eventually, too, we get to the point where it exists in all servers regardless. But that also
Right.
requires Discord expanding their capabilities a little bit.
Right. That would require Discord supporting wallets natively. I gotcha. So then a quick follow-up question then. Are you going to expand the plugin support that Realms has today to this bot, to this Discord bot? And maybe you
From
already
what
covered it.
standpoint?
So just like today, right, on Realms, we have Civic plugins already. There's great plugins. There's different plugins that are already there. Would we be able to submit plugins to this bot? So then you could have, let's just say we know that this is unique, right? Because I had been building a Discord bot. Now I don't have to. I can just write a plugin for your bot, and now you can verify that this user has a Civic Pass on that wallet, for example.
I see. Yeah. So our Discord bot, it was really a proof of concept. It doesn't support sort of plugins on top of it today. I saw you had asked the question of, are we going to be open sourcing our the code for our bot, and we definitely are. But stuff like, hey, does this user have a Civic Pass? Can definitely be enabled within this new connections API infrastructure, and certain primitives like, hey, does this user have a Civic Pass? Might make sense to be added to, whether it's the Solana bot, the Grape bot, the Matrica bot. And so I think it's worth having conversations like these, both here and offline, on this to see if there's a way to enable that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Because
No.
like one bot to rule them all would be amazing, right?
Yeah, and one thing to say on that, our Solana bot will never be that bot. Like I said, this is really a proof of concept, and we want to turn it over to the community to run with it. And we obviously always encourage open competition, because I think different folks think about these challenges in different ways. So we'll see how the space develops on that front.
Yep, I appreciate that. And then we'll go to the last question here from Fasonic. Go for it, bro.
Oh, I was just curious when you'd be open sourcing the bot, because I'd be very interested to see that.
Yeah, that should hopefully be in the next few days. I don't want to speak for our technical team. We're just wrapping up 1 or 2 last pieces on it, but it should be coming very, very soon, and we'll definitely publicize that once it's out.
Awesome, great.
Awesome. Well, first off, I want to thank you. Sincerely appreciate all your time, Iman, and what a great day for Solana. Like, this is going to be huge in onboarding newbies. I mean, it's just, it's going to be way harder to get scammed on Discord, which is probably like one of the most popular crypto scams, period. So definitely should be helpful. And yeah, it's awesome to see kind of Solana get this attention, and yeah, bullish on you coming here, just listening to the community. Anyone, Solana Labs is definitely on Twitter and super respectful to anyone that has feedback, so hit them up. But yeah, if you want to close it out, Emon, feel free. Appreciate your time though.
No, really, really appreciate you having me. I think it's great to chat about this stuff. If anyone has any questions or wants to dive deeper, feel free to ping me. But we're excited about this. I think this is a great moment for the community to come together and build on top of it. So really appreciate all of the interest and excited to see where we go.